Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my collective for No Contact. I'm going to ask my spirit guides today, what is going on around you? What is your person thinking and feeling? What do we need to know about this connection moving forward? I do have some charms and I do have some initials, so we will be using some evidence and we're going to get lots of loving messages from Spirit. So let's jump right in. Let's see what our guides have for us. Let's call them in. Spirit, I ask that you guide us with some loving messages around this no contact. What is it that you need me to know? What is it that you need me to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. Thank you for loving me more than anyone ever has. I never knew anyone could love me like you. So they know that you love them. They know that you were good to them. They know that you cared. Beautiful. I've searched for you in others and nobody compares. That is what's going to happen during that no contact. They are going to be looking around, looking at what their options are, seeing if there's anybody else out there. They might even meet somebody else, but it's not going to be you. And that's what you have to remember, is that there's only one you. So they're going to realize that what they had with you, they can't recreate. I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the blank out of me. So do they want to be vulnerable with you? You know, maybe they want to be with somebody that they can't get away with, they can get away with stuff. Maybe you call them out on things, or you see the truth, or you point things out to them that, they have to address or work on. Maybe they don't want to be told what to do, Spirit just said. I don't intend to come and go. I'm just overwhelmed when I feel you moving on and scared when things are going too well. What is it with people, especially avoidants? Avoidants have a tendency to do this. When it's going good, everything's fine. There's nothing wrong. It's going good. And then they decide that it's too good. And they sabotage it. They create chaos. They make things up that aren't even happening. It's like they're not used to being in a happy and a healthy relationship. So they have to create something out of nothing. So avoidants have a tendency to do that. When things are going good, they can't just accept that it's good and that more good can come to us. They have to create some kind of episode or event. Spirit, please share with me. What are the feelings around this connection? I have a 4 of Pentacles. I have a Lover's card. I have a Death card. And I have a 5 of Cups. I have to tell you, this person is pushing away the best thing that's ever happened to them. You could be the first person that's come into their life that really does know them. And they could say, yeah, this feels different than everything else, but I'm still going to guard myself. I'm still going to not let you in for some reason. And then one day you wake up and they say, I don't want to do this anymore. And it feels like it came out of nowhere. But it's because they are not willing to let down that guard. And, is it over? Not necessarily. But what they're working through is, I keep disappointing you. And the more that I disappoint you, it just came into me as, I'm going to leave before you leave me. And that's a very avoidant energy as well. So I need to leave this connection before you leave me, because I just know in the end that you're going to be the one that breaks my heart. So that is very self-sabotaging. You've done nothing to make them think that you're going to break their heart. It really is all in their head. It's they can't handle someone loving them unconditionally. They feel like there's something else that, behind the scenes, that you can't just love them for them. Hierophant, they've got to learn how to love themselves, Spirit just said. I have a 2 of Pentacles. I have a King of Cups. The love is there. They're choosing. It's almost like they're choosing the wrong path. You know, they're saying, here's the path right in front of me. This is this loving energy. And 12:12 on the clock when I'm recording this, I'll take that angel number as well. And they choose the path because it's like a repeat pattern to them, or this is the path that they always choose. They always run. They always push people away, Spirit said. So that is the familiar path to them, as opposed to staying on the path with you that is going well and happy and just accepting, being happy for the first time in their life. They're so used to being let down and disappointed by others that they either don't accept when they're happy that it's okay to be happy. I have a Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Spirit's sharing with me that we do both love each other. We do. We both love each other. One has to learn to accept the love and believe that somebody can love them and believe that somebody can love them unconditionally. But the love is there. And you've seen it. You've seen it in glimpses. You wouldn't be waiting for them, or you wouldn't be wondering what they want at this point if they hadn't shown you that side of them. So I do. I have a Fool at the bottom of the deck, and I have an Ace and a King of Swords. Let's grab these 3 cards at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this is definitely an avoidant who is probably waking up to their feelings. And this is a really, really strong energy of, we need to talk. I have something to offer. I have something to say. Second chance with that Fool. I want to start again. I wish we could have a clean slate. I want to have a second chance. Can we put this behind us? Spirit just said. Spirit's saying to me, there's a 48-hour window coming into me that someone's going to call, that you'll hear from somebody within 48 hours, because they keep saying 48. When I said 48, they're saying 48 hours. So we're not that far away from this person breaking down. This person, I don't know, giving in. There's a sense of showing up. Showing up. Let's get some initials. Maybe we'll get some confirmation for some of you, and that might help you. Maybe we'll get your person's initials, or we will spell their name, something like that. So here are my initials. I'm just going to grab a nice handful, and we'll lay these out and see what they're saying, okay? So don't worry if you don't see your person's initial. Doesn't mean the reading isn't for you. It's a general reading for all signs and all signs of the person you're thinking of. So just take what connects to you. I have an I, E, R. I have a Q, K, Z, N, K. I have a P, R. I have an S, R. I have a C, X, H, an A, N, B, another E, an I, okay, a W, I have a C, and I have a V. So let me know in the comments if we got your initials, their initials, or sometimes we get lucky and we get the whole name. So just sometimes it's a confirmation. It's just a clue. Okay. So But this feels like within the next 48 hours, I have something to offer. Whether I have realized that I'm doing all this sabotaging out of fear. I keep taking the wrong path. Like, why can't I accept being happy? Why can't I allow myself to be happy? And some people are just so used to being disappointed that it's almost as if it doesn't feel right. They're so used to living in chaos or drama or being alone and feeling lonely. And that when they do have this unconditional love come in, it feels unfamiliar, Spirit just said. They're not used to it. So they could come back with, I just have to get used to this. I have to get used to us. I have to get used to that there's someone in my life. And maybe that's what we have to just work on, that they have to transition into it's okay to be loved. It's sad, but a lot of people, not everybody grows up the way you did. And you might know their story. You might know that they grew up in a broken home. They were abandoned. They bounced from home to home as kids, or they haven't really settled down for years. For years, they've been bouncing around. They don't feel settled. So they struggle with that. So settling down with any one person it doesn't feel familiar, is the word Spirit sharing with me. Doesn't mean they can't do it. Just doesn't feel right. So they got to get to a point where it feels good and it feels right, and they don't want to go anywhere. I can't sleep, I don't eat, and I have no sense of inner peace. So I'm always anxious. I'm not myself right now. I have a surprise for you. I have a beautiful surprise planned. So I do feel like they're going to reach out. I do feel like Spirit just said it's not as bad as it seems. Maybe you think that this is over forever. Maybe they said something to you that you'll never be able to forgive. Maybe they did something that you'll never be able to forgive. But they did say it's not as bad as you think. It could be just, it's temporary. It's just a break. And within this 48-hour window for some of you, this person reaches out as a surprise, and I do want to talk, and we have a lot to talk about. Independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. So they respect that you're not chasing them, or you're not calling them, or you're not begging them to come back. That is a respect feeling to me, that you were strong and independent and you waited, even though you didn't want to, but you're waiting. Spirit, please share with me. I'm so tired of feeling alone and being lonely. I feel like it's catching up with them, and they're starting to realize, like, why am I out here? Why am I out here when I have somebody who loves me? Why am I pushing the best thing that's ever happened in my life away? And that's when they kind of wake up. I'm afraid of opening up my heart again. I'm afraid of being vulnerable. And that's a true avoidant energy. Bottom of the deck. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I do feel that. I feel the forgiveness. I feel like they want to forgive themselves also. That they're too hard on themselves. I know that sounds sad, but they're too hard on themselves in the sense that every time they do this, they think that there's something wrong with them and that nobody's ever going to want them. And that's not true. It's that there's something inside of them that just has never felt safe. And you feel safe to them. So that's the good news. If they want to call you and come back, and I'm sorry, and I'm apologizing to you, and I'm apologizing to myself that this is, it's okay for me to be vulnerable. It's okay for me to expose my feelings. for the first time. It could be the first time that they've ever exposed their feelings. It's okay for me not to run. Then I feel like that's a door opening is how it just came in. It's a door in their world that is maybe never opened. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Magician. That came into me as I want to try again. I want to try harder. I know I have it in me. I know I can do this. I have a King of Cups. I know my feelings. Good for them. I have a Tower. I'm sorry I hurt you. You know, the person who realizes that they hurt you, it's the one that scares me is the person who thinks that they didn't do anything wrong. Like, this happens to everybody. You know, people break up, people get back together. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. It's hurtful. It's painful. It makes you feel insecure. You don't know where you stand. So he knows or she knows that this Tower moment really hurt. And I have a Five of Cups. There's the, how do I make it up to you? How do I make you believe in me again? How do I get back what we had? And we can, of course. People make up all the time. People go through things. They go through a lot. But half the battle of it is people realizing how the other person felt during this separation. I have a Seven of Wands. Thank you for not giving up on me, is how that came into me. They know that you haven't given up yet. They know that you're praying for them. They know that you're waiting. They know that you care, that you would be there for them if they called. So thank you for not giving up on me. I have a Nine of Cups. I really, truly do want you to be happy. So I do feel like in their heart, no matter what happens, they do want you to be happy. I have a Five of Wands. I'm trying to not fight these feelings. I'm trying to give into these feelings. They're so used to fighting. They're so used to kicking and screaming and defending themselves and protecting themselves in some way. They're trying to not fight. And I have a King of Swords. I'm making up my mind. You know, they're determined. I'm making up my mind once and for all that if I come back, I want to do the right thing. And I want you to feel comfortable and I want you to feel safe with me. And a little bit of I want you to help me. I will say that. Maybe you just have to help them feel more secure. Okay. I mean, they've got to find that within themselves also, but there's nothing wrong with telling someone, I want to be with you also. I have an Empress at the bottom of my deck. So this loving, caring energy of this beautiful Empress, it's almost like my arms are wide open. I'm right here. I love you. Come back. Come back home, Spirit just said. So you could even share a home or just that you're home to them. But it was a feeling of come back home to me. Spirit, please share with me. What loving messages do you have for us? What does my person want me to know at this time? What does Spirit need me to know at this time? I have your self-worth. While you're waiting, okay, the best thing that you can do in a no contact, we say this all the time, is you take care of yourself. You don't worry about what they're thinking and feeling. You pray for them. You wish them well. You only want the best for them. You want them to heal. But you focus on you. This is a time for you to grow. This is a time for you to take a better look at your part and what you could be doing differently and what you want. I feel at home with you. There's the home. I want to be sitting at home. Cozy. I want to feel secure. I want to be by your side. I want to feel warm and cozy again. And, you know, it's simple as a night at home with a movie and popcorn, you know, like whatever you guys used to do. I miss. So it's not the big things. It's not like these big, huge things that we miss. We miss the little things, the sound of your voice. I miss saying good morning. I miss you calling me every night. I miss hearing your funny stories. I miss what happened in your day today. You know, it's those things that I'm missing. I'm in denial. I've been repressing these emotions. I've been pushing them underneath the surface. I got to that fork in the road and I chose the fork that I always choose, which was I am so used to being alone in this world that having somebody in my life and sharing my life with somebody felt odd. I'm just so used to doing my own thing, being my own person, not having to take care of anybody, be responsible for anybody. But you've changed things, and this person is opening up to, I don't want to be alone. I just don't know how to get used to the idea and be vulnerable enough that somebody loves me for me. My inner child, I want to enjoy the present. They're not happy right now, and their inner child's probably saying, hey, what happened to my best friend? What happened to the person I used to go out and play with? What happened to the person that I was laughing with and having a good time with every day? Like, why did you push that person away? Why am I alone? I don't want to play by myself anymore. I'm so used to playing by myself. I don't want to do this. I liked having my friends. So that inner child hurts. Here are some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. Spirit, please share with me some messages through the charms. These could be some confirmations or just some clues as well. But I have this big, beautiful bowl of gold charms today. And let me get a nice scoop. Let's see what they want me to know. Okay. I have I look at these I have 3 tree of lives. So definitely this feeling of, I keep thinking about, I want to put down roots. I want to grow. And then maybe they put it on hold and then they think about it again. How do I put down roots? I feel like this person has hopped around a lot. They could have moved locations. They could have been in and out of relationships. They don't stay in a relationship a long time, maybe. So how do I put down roots? It's something maybe that they're not familiar with. And this could be the first time in their life that they want to settle down and see what everybody else has, live a life that everybody else has, and not be kind of that lone wolf energy that I'm feeling. Okay, what is this? Look for a feather. That feels like a feather coming in just as a sign. I have an anchor and a ship's wheel. So it is, I think you're their anchor. I think in this case that you're the one who steers them back to you, that somehow that ship always comes back to you, or thoughts always come back to you. So somehow you're their anchor, whether they're better when they're with you, they're a better person, they take care of their business, they go to work, they're more stable, they have a normal life. So you somehow could be their anchor, and they miss that. I have a key. I would say that if anybody's going to open up their heart to, I want a life with somebody, it's going to be you. I would say that. I feel that you probably have gotten the closest to getting into their heart, and that's probably what scared them. Nobody's ever gotten this close to me. So if you've gotten this close to me, then somehow, some way, you're going to break my heart. So I'm not going to let it happen. So, but I do feel like you're the one who got the closest to them. What is this little guy? Okay. I have an eye. a third eye. I have an eye on you. Somebody's watching you. Somebody knows what you're doing during this no contact. You may think that they could care less, but they definitely know what's going on. They're kind of seeing if you're going to date somebody else, see if there's anything else going on in your life, if you're moving on. So they could be watching. What is this guy? I think this is a queen on this coin. Let me just see. Yeah, it's a queen. It's a head of a queen. Let's see if it says anything. It says Francis on it. Emperor Francis, maybe? Emperor. Okay. They're saying strength. I'm trying to be strong. There's also this feeling of like there's like olive branches in their hair. So it was a little bit of a extending the olive branch, like, can we talk? Or I wanted to get you something. Maybe they wanted to give you something that would help you in some way, or I thought of you and they send it over just to break the ice. Like there's something like extending an olive branch energy. What is this? Okay. This looks like a heart. I mean, I don't know what this is, but for me, it came into me. See the heart? It's like a heart shape. And then it's got this kind of butterfly wings on either side. But it came into me as my heart spilled over, that my heart just kind of exploded. So it could be that I've never felt this way. Like I've actually never felt a heartache. I've never felt my heart hurt, that my chest actually hurts. So that could be new to them. And that could be like kind of eye-opening, that must mean I'm really in love if it really hurts this much, that I physically feel it. It's not just emotionally. You guys all know what a heartache feels like. You feel like you're having a heart attack. Okay, your heart actually aches. I have a grapes. Yeah, the only thing that's coming into me is just a feeling of a group of some kind. And maybe you guys have a group of friends. Maybe you guys hang out in a group, but it was more of a, you're not there, or he or she isn't there, and the group feels awkward, that something is missing. They know something is missing. So it's not just affecting you, it's affecting people around you. Could be friends that you guys always hanged out with. It could be family that you're showing up at things by yourself. They're missing this person. So I feel like other people are starting to feel it also. So that could be happening. I have a bicycle, and part of me feels like I have your bike. Maybe that the bike is at their house. Maybe we left the bike behind. Maybe I missed my bike. My bike is at your house. Can I get my bike? So it just felt like it could be another object, but it is the bike. It's sometimes we don't have enough room at somewhere where we are, so we leave things with someone else. So maybe it's some of my stuff, including my bike. I miss my bike. Okay. Let's see what else they say. So Spirit, what was going on with this person? I definitely feel like we have an avoidant. I feel like we have an avoidant who is physically feeling the heartache. And I think it's going to reach out to you. I feel that they are realizing that, why am I feeling this way? When I don't have to. I have a star. Gorgeous. I have a 7 of Swords. I have an 8 of Wands. And I have a 9 of Cups. it came into me as I took away our dreams, or because of the things that I said and did, I blew a hole in our dreams. I killed it, right, somehow. And they want you to know that those dreams are still alive. They haven't gone away. We can still have those dreams. But there is a sense of broken promises, but that's not really what I meant, probably, is what's going to happen. So I feel like the dreams are still alive. They just are have to be, revitalized here. Things can change very quickly. Things can go back to being normal. That's how they just said it, that we can fix things, that in a very short period of time, we can reconnect, talk, feel more content again, feel safe again, and talk about some new dreams. And I feel like that's going to be okay. So it is a sense of everything's going to be okay. And I know that's kind of general, but in this particular reading, I feel like this person wants it, that you could be the first person in their life that they don't want to run from. They're just so used to running. And I think they're going to come back and say that. I'm just so used to pushing people out of my life, everybody, family, friends, anybody. And that's when you say, well, don't push me away. I'm not the one that you should be pushing away. And they should learn to not push everybody away. You push the people that don't deserve you, or you're not in alignment with. But you have friends, you have family, you love them. Even when they, there's hurt there, you continue to love them. You don't push everybody away all the time. Otherwise, you do end up alone in your life. Spirit, what are the loving messages? I can feel you pulling away from me. So if somebody's pushing you away, of course you're going to pull back. It's like human nature. You're not going to keep pushing forward. You're going to pull back and say, well, if you want me, come get me. So they could feel you pulling away. So that in their mind was, see, you're pulling away. See, you don't really love me. Please be patient with me. I think you've got the patience of a saint. I do. I'm sorry for lying to you. Okay. There's the sorries starting. The timing just wasn't right for us. I think that's an excuse. I feel like they're going to use that as an excuse, or they did use that as an excuse. What really happened here is I was getting vulnerable, and I'm not used to relying on someone. I was fooling myself. I fell in love with an image of you that I had created. So maybe they thought this was something they could manage. Maybe they thought this was something that would be casual and would fit into their, avoidant lifestyle. And then the next thing they knew is you've got the key to their heart, and they're being more vulnerable and emotional with you. And they are feeling that you know them better than anybody. And what happens if you change your mind? They're not going to have anything, and they'll really have nothing. So they're better off not having nothing and not having any feelings. So, it's like this big kind of whirlwind that they create for themselves. I'm not sure how you really feel about me. Now, nobody likes to be pushed away. So we're in agreement with that. Nobody likes to not know where they stand. Nobody likes to say, I love you, and not get it back. So how do you stand? You tell them how you feel when they come back. You hurt me. I need to know that you love me. I need to know that you won't do this again. I need to know that you're all in. Can you feel me with you? I would say yes. I would say there's a telepathic connection. I would say that you can tell that they're going to call. That feeling of, I knew you were going to call and the phone rings. I knew you were going to text, or I knew the text message coming in was you, or I just could feel it in my gut that I was going to hear from you sometime today. And then boom, my phone starts to ring in the car. I feel like you are so out of my reach. I feel like you're so far away is more the feeling I just got. I just feel like I'm so far away from you right now. And that's what I'm struggling with. Like us not communicating, and the distance between us is just so painful. This is, I'm giving in. They're ready to give in. I wish things were different. I wish it was easier. Nobody wants to come back crawling and say, I'm sorry, and have to repair the damage. They just want to like call and say, hey, are we good? No, we're not good. I haven't talked to you. I haven't seen you. We've got to talk. So, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to get the courage to repair the damage. But if you love somebody and you don't want to lose them, then you do it. You show up. You pick up the phone. I feel as if you are leaving me behind. Are we growing apart? If the separation lasts much longer, you will. You will move on. You're working on yourself. You're independent. You're growing spiritually. You are healing. So if this separation goes on much longer, yes, you are pulling away. You will pull away. I almost hate how much I love you. That felt like I can't live without you. I've realized I can't live without you. I'm going to put this out into the universe. I feel pretty strong about the 48 hours for some of you, not all of you, but I feel like some of us are going to get some relief from this kind of space and time and this patience that Spirit asks of us. So I'm going to put that out there. And for the rest of you, I do want you just to love yourself, take care of yourself, and heal. But you do have somebody that is feeling the pain of just you not being in their life. And that's the starting point. That's the starting point of coming back. And what did they say? Come back home to me. Come back home to me. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, new to this channel, please remember to hit the like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my main YouTube channel for love readings and my pick a card channel for some pick a cards. I'll put the links in the comments for you guys. So hang in there. We're going to see what happens in the next 48 hours. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.